Thank you so much for joining me today. Um, Today I'm having one of my uh, special sessions with a friend who I've been knowing for I think for about a year, and we're going to be chatting about uh, community issues, particularly things that he sees in his community that could be improved upon, problems and possible solutions. Um, my friend Underrated Darkness, also known as the number one grinder, Real Talk, will be joining me today. And I know you guys will enjoy him. He's very knowledgeable, and he has a lot of good ideas. And so I hope that you enjoy my talk. I want to do a series on with different panelists who just want to pick their brain for as far as things that they see in their community that they'd like to improve upon. And he's here, so let me just add him to the stream. Hello there,
Hello.
sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm blessed. How you feel?
I'm doing great. I already done the introduction on you. Um,
Oh man, I missed that. Oh wow. Yeah, I just messing with you.
Hello, she stole my thunder. Another one of my YouTube friends here.
Okay, I did a quick shorty short video to let people know to come over here. So it's on my number one grinder. Real talk. That's my
Okay.
second. Now, let me explain before. That's my secondary channel on the number one grind. Real talk. What you see talking about the underrated darkness? That is my other channel. That's my first channel. That got to be fixed. So she
Okay.
is right. I'm just letting y'all know Leslie is right.
Okay. I did say both channels because I wasn't sure which one. I know you've been working on the number one grinder, Real Talk. That's the one you've been on
Yeah, this is my
currently.
secondary channel. The
Right.
underrated darkness I will bring back.
Okay.
But y'all can also
Gotcha.
sub to that channel and this channel too.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So, how's everything going with you today?
I'm here. I'm here and I'm blessed. God had wake me up until another day. That's it. And I'm very honored to be here chatting with you. All right. Salute to you, Sheila E, and everybody else in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sheila E, for coming in. Very another very knowledgeable uh,
Oh yeah.
YouTuber who is done a lot in the community. Um, we gotta get with her on some things as well because she's done things in on councils and different things in her city. So we definitely want to know that information. So, Mr. Grinder,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I love that Monica so much. I really hope that you go on Teespring and get you some t-shirts and mugs and stuff because I love that. I would really buy that.
It's not free, right?
Teespring is free. You can go in
Oh,
and
it
you
is.
just put your design up and you
Send me the information later on, please.
okay, sure, absolutely. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so other than that, I'm gonna want to talk about today was I just really wanted to touch on some things that you see going on in your community that you'd like to address, perhaps, and if you see a solution to that problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you see that you'd like to do in your community?
Well, what I like to do, or doing it, or both.
Yeah, both. If you like to,
Well,
if
well,
you're
well,
actively
well,
doing
well
something, great.
I mean, what I live at, I tell you, I do walk-ons. Or I walk around where I live at, make sure everything is fine. I ain't talking be a vigilante, but I make sure everything's fine. And then sometimes they're young people, I ask them, do you have identification? I talk to people, make sure, that they hear. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes little stuff like that people just don't do. So that's what I do. But I do take precaution because in our community, there's crazy people. People crazy people do crazy things. So I had to be very leery of that element. But that's what I do. And what I like to do one day, like take it to the next level. Wherever it is.
Okay, okay. So basically, what you're saying is that you go around checking on the young people in your community, and
Of
you're
all
doing
people,
what now?
young people, old people, our age, doesn't make a
Mm-hmm.
difference.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That sounds nice. That's really nice. Um, I like that idea, and I often have said that when I was growing up, the old people would kind of keep an eye out on us, that so that everybody, no matter where you went in the neighborhood, it was like a network. They knew, oh, that's so and so kid. She live over there in the yellow house on so and so street. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, people had eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? Of course, kidnapping and all that stuff wasn't a problem back then, but you know, it still was nice to have a little network of people that looked out. You know, so yeah, so that's a great thing. And so what are some other have you been able, well, we've been kind of locked in for the last couple of years now. I can't believe it's been almost going into December.
Yes.
Um but yeah, and we haven't really, like, things just really barely opened up, and we still kind of gotta, take precautions and stuff when we go out. But have you been able to get out and maybe do things, maybe enjoy some things in your community, maybe your museums, or um I don't think festivals are back in play yet.
Well, certain they open certain things up, but it's not. It's not like they work on like a certain schedule. So a lot of this stuff is not really like for museums. Museums I don't know because where I live at, I don't. I think it's about one or two museums. I don't think that's open yet.
Mhm.
But what other places it is, but it doesn't make no sense to go there because it's only open like 4 hours.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
And so the transportation, the buses, it's still on the COVID schedule. So like every day, I think Monday through Saturday, I believe, instead of buses, in the morning time, I'm talking about now, I'm talking about before the pandemic, is the bus used to come like maybe after every 25 minutes, and then it hit 8 o'clock to start coming like every 15 minutes. That's before the pandemic. But now, if you miss one bus, you have to wait for another 45 to an hour.
Mm.
So I say around to an hour because they don't usually come on time to 45 minutes. So add on an hour. So and then like I said, say Monday through Saturday, I believe it stopped running. The last bus come past at like 7 o'clock. Sundays today is gonna be 5 o'clock.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
So
our schedule is like that, but during the when the pandemic first hit, the buses had a regular schedule, but it's just that they had limited space because they would have us enter. It was free, but they would have us enter from the back, and so there was only the back available for people.
yeah, see, they used to do that. They used to do that for us until like by a few months ago. Then we started to pay, and then then you can
Yeah.
go through. But there are some, but also there are some bus drivers they could use that if they want you to go, get on, get to get off the rail in the bus. Some of them they say they rather you get off the rail in the bus. There are some still do that, but
Mhm.
most of the time you get on the bus, you can stay there. But they do trying to keep the bus like you know less people.
Right, right, right. Yeah, and they did install the barriers for the bus drivers and stuff, as well as they had to have their mask on too, because they were
Yeah,
still
you
on.
gotta have a mask. If you don't have a mask, so you're not getting on the bus.
Right, exactly. Mhm.
You can put a sweater over your face. That's
Mhm.
not gonna work. You gotta have a
Mhm.
mask because I actually have that. I can tell you like this, like 2 weeks ago. It was like the morning I had to. Oh, that I just find out I gotta take it some. I gotta take it some stuff. and I had my mask on, and there was this lady. She put a sweater on. No, I got no. You gotta have mask on. You can't get on the bus. What do you mean I can't get on the bus? No, you gotta have a mask on. Oh, go ahead, sir. You got a mask on. You can get on. I got on everything, and
Yeah.
so they have to call the cops.
Yeah.
The
Well, I mean,
man,
people are still getting sick, and there are some places that are surging. So,
yeah, they're surgeon, right? And
yeah.
in Virginia, I would say we not really afterwards. I think there are some politicians they pushing it too fast.
Mhm.
That's what I feel, they push it too fast of certain counties and stuff. But I would say is that you know that's what we at right now. They like there's some stores that they don't
Yeah.
they don't mind you going like
Mhm.
without a mask. But like when you leave, you better have a mask because they make sure you get a mask and stuff like that. But you still
Mm.
got some people, they don't care.
Yeah. Well, we have excuse me, we have a kind of rough people in society now, because
Mm,
I've seen some stories where people, like the gentleman up in, I think it was Michigan, um, the security guard, he just simply asked the lady to wear a mask, and then came back with family members and got killed. So if my store was open right now, I would make sure that my employees were very well protected, but I wouldn't want to put anybody in jeopardy, because we can't control people now. People are just, it's
mm,
crazy out here. It's crazy out here. And I would be afraid, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Retaliation, just because we got so many people that don't have nothing to lose, and they don't have any respect for life. So
Mm,
I would just have my employees wear their mask and glove up and everything, sanitize everything really well,
yeah.
and do the best I can, and then try not to have any type of confrontations, because I've seen confrontations with people who ask people, and it doesn't go well when you like I say, some people, mm-mm, yeah, it's dangerous even to demand for them to do that, and so it's unfortunate.
Mm.
And oh, Blind Guy, his wife. Oh, that's a good channel for you to follow, Grinder. Blind Guy, his wife, their life, they're a very cute family. He says he's in Virginia and they've barely been wearing masks, but most places encourage it and some places enforce it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same here.
yeah, right. It depends. It depends what county you in, and that's the mess up part about it, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Some enforce it, some not, and that's what and I feel like I mean, as a country, I'm just saying, as a country, we not out of it yet because now we hear about the Delta,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and so this is what I'm saying that I would like to bring up, about the stimulus. I bring that up. It's up to you. You want to talk about it in a few minutes and stuff like that. But see, that's messed up because you can go to one county, yeah, yeah, I wear a mask, and they see you with a mask. Why you wearing a mask for? Do you understand what's going on? No, you don't wear no mask. No, but as for me, I keep a mask on me at all times.
Me too. Me too.
I
I'm
don't
at an
care.
age and a weight that is makes me susceptible. And then some people too are carriers. They might be all right, might have been exposed to it and brought it to somebody, they love, that put them in a coma. So
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. For me, it's just a courteous thing to do, even if you feel like it's a, you know what I'm saying, you don't believe in it or whatever. But I've known and I've seen enough people die, and they're dying from something. So I'm just inclined. It for me, it's just easier to do it.
Yeah, I think what it is too, and then you got some people saying, I nobody should not tell me I should take it. We cannot say the vaccine, cannot say the V word because
Hmm.
YouTube say so. I'm just saying get it. I'm gonna say get it, and there's some people that I'm not gonna get it because they told me to get it. But I tell people this that it depends on your decision. If you're not gonna get it, you're not gonna get it. If a person get it, hey, I expect that you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But I would say this though too, that the way they talk about now, they're gonna mandate it.
Yeah.
this is in the works.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's what I told people. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's something to think about. That's what I'm saying. Especially, no matter if you have kids or you don't have kids, man or woman, gotta think of stuff like that. Because there are some people talk about. I cannot let no government tell me what to do and stuff. I'm just saying, I think that's a conversation that we need to have. Only mature people need to have. I think everybody is not going to have that conversation because
Mhm.
there are some they just got their mind made up and stuff like that, and it's okay though. But I'm just saying they gonna repercussions. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. It's a personal decision. I don't go one way or the other. I don't bash people. Um, but I work in healthcare, so I waited for like a year to just kind
Right.
of wait it out to see what was happening, and then I went ahead and took it. And you know, um, so far, you know, um, I mean, I had knee pain. I don't know if that was related or if just getting old, but other than that, I'm still here. So, but like I say, one way or the other, I don't judge if you want to take it or if you don't. It's a personal decision. But yeah, so you wanted to bring that was another subject you wanted to talk about, you said?
I would like to. No, well, you can bring up some subjects too.
No, I mean
I
you
don't want to
you
take
this
over.
is your day. It's kind of like I'm interviewing you for your perspective.
Oh, okay. Well, ask me questions then. You want to do?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Where essentially the main subject is what you see can be improved upon in your community.
Well, I think the thing that we think what needs to be improving our community is this that we got to be more family oriented. We got to learn to do things more in the house, and I know people is going to be they don't like when I say that, and I think this is the time is a great time, especially for us as a people, to get to know our kids more, and the kids get to know their parents more, and do things together as a family. And even like if you single like me, you live by yourself, or or you dating, or whatever, or you with just significant one. I think this is the great time, to spend time, to spend quality time, like to cook, or like I said on my channel in the past, so get some board games, and use your mind, have fun, just y'all two or with the kids, or watch a movie. That you watch the movie, discuss about it. And there's stuff in politics that a lot is going on. You could do that. You know. Let's strengthen each other relationships and the families and stuff. I think this is a great opportunity and stuff. I know you got to go out, to take care of business. That's understandable. But I feel this is a great time so we can work on ourselves, get back to things that we used to do. When you have kids, take charge. No, we're not going to play no video game. We're going to read, we're going to talk. And some of them like to be around the kids. That's nothing wrong with that. Kids gonna be kids, but you know we're gonna do the family thing. And they have to understand that this part of growing up and everything. And then also and I think we all could be benefit. Now, if is it gonna go, right all the time? Nah, because it's a process. I think
Mhm.
that this is a great time to do those things in the house. Find something to do. Be creative. Because I think things ain't gonna get all the way better like that soon. It ain't.
Yeah, I believe you're right. And I think a lot of people have been more getting into family. The people had to get into their children, and I don't know if for a while they were homeschooling or doing the online thing with the children. Um, Men were more they say Home Depot the sales shot through the roof. Men were getting all those home projects done that had to sit aside. I'll get to it, honey, in 3 months. I'll get to it, honey, in 3 months. I'll get to it, honey, in 3 months. And so they were getting things done. You know what I'm saying? Women were cooking more, which is good. Healthy because
Yeah,
always with the drive through and all of that. You don't
yeah,
know what them folks are putting in stuff and.
right, right. And even like if you, even like if you go out as a family, right?
Mhm.
Even if you go, I tell people you want to go out get some out, get some to eat. You know what I'm saying? Park your car somewhere, talk, or go in the house with your family. Talk. This is time. I mean, you can. There's things that we create. And yeah. Is it going to take work of all of us? Yes, it's going to take work of all of us, and everything. So, God, this is the time. So if we ever go to like the thing, like if the country open up all the way around, then we know that okay, we be more together. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a great time. You know, take
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's a good time to as a matter of fact, there is a community event tomorrow and Tuesday. I'm helping my friend. She has a community kids program where she just comes into South Baton Rouge and ever so often she does the you know different things with the children in the community for South Baton Rouge. And tomorrow and Tuesday, she's doing something. So I'll be helping her with that, just trying to get them. And I was happy to see that there's a youth center that was built. So I'll try and do a field trip over there and get the camera over there. And so
That's
I
good. That's good.
posted on my YouTube.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
Just be careful though. You can't put everything on it. Be selective. Not trying to tell you what to do. Just be selective. That's what I do. I'll be selective. What I do. Go to my child. I'm very selective. Yeah, and and also too that the child has to understand that the parent you're gonna be a parent. Be a parent. You're not their best. People don't. Oh, what do you mean that's best friend? The kids have to understand this is the way that it's going to be too. So
Hmm.
everybody wins. But there's got to be direction because also we see like kids want to be the grown up, and you find a parent just want to give and want to be the child. Nah, they understand. Nah, there's got to be direction. This is how
Yeah.
we gonna do things. That's how
Hmm.
it's gonna be.
So you think that would be, I mean, I know not to put people on the video, but you think that it wouldn't be wise to just like go and
No, no,
uh
no. I'm not talking. I'm just talking about be selective. That's all. Now, what you doing is great. I'm just be great. Yeah, you should do that. But I'm saying like do it all the time. No, I ain't gonna do it all the time. Like I tell you, I do my walks right. I
mhm.
don't. I don't put my walks on there. I just put some of it on. Like when I do shopping, you see when I do
Oh, I
shopping.
know what you're saying. To give people my location. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm
You gotta
looking
say
at
something.
yeah, no, no. I'm looking at because the theme of the channel is community solutions, and the a youth center being built is that to me is a solution. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, it showed that. Yeah, I said
Mhm.
showed. I told people, yeah, it was stuff like that showed that. But you got some people they want you to show this and that. Like just be selective. But what you doing? Yeah, show that, please, because we
Mhm.
need to see more of that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And of course I will get permission from I don't know if they would let me in to do a tour or anything like
Right,
that. But I mean if my YouTube channel was big and it would give them good exposure, I guess, or whatever. But I'm careful about stuff like that because like you said, and even when I did the museum video, I tried very hard not to capture anybody because people don't want to be on camera
right.
and stuff like that. But I think it's just like an interesting little thing to look at. But we definitely need more youth centers, and in that community, they definitely need more youth centers.
Yeah,
Because I wonder about this situation would happen in Memphis if they had more things for the young men to do. And then one young man was saying at the community kids outreach with my friend, what she does, he said that there's nothing for us to do.
yeah,
He said, yeah, that's what he said. And that was profound. He said, we don't have anything to do here. So, um, yeah. Oh, trash can says, let me put that up. Hopefully, a youth center where drugs aren't sold and kids are actually helped educationally too. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's the point.
yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
point. But that's what I'm
if
saying.
they
You
gonna
like,
sell drugs, they may as well just close it up, and that's already
yeah,
going on.
but this is all about direction. It's like this that they will take when I was coming up. I was 1/3 of my life. I was in the project, so born and raised in New York. I'm in Virginia now, but hey, they know that the drug dealers back then they know. They said, nah, they don't do nothing like that. It's a code, nah. You know what I mean? They know
Mhm.
what not to do it and everything. It's just that today is changing because there's no code, there's no direction. So that's just something that like, we need to talk about too and everything. And also too, they need to bring back sports too in the public schools. I think
Mhm.
that help limit the violence and stuff. And then throughout the years, I know that, and I know people go have certain negative things about sports, but sports keep you out of the streets. It keep it brings character, and I think that we need to bring sports back, especially the public schools, and and bring mentors and stuff like that. I know
Yeah.
people talk about bring mentors. Oh, we need mentors, education and stuff like that. Yeah, there's nothing more big brothers, programs. Yeah, I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but I said, yeah, yeah. So, but bring sports because I know when I play sports, I had mentors. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it helped me a lot. So so when people talk about sports, it depends. Who you put to. If you get a person that just stayed there just to be there, of course they don't have the best of the interest. And I know that there are friends that I knew, very close friends that I grew up in New York with. They are very, very successful and
Mhm.
they play sports. That's what we do is play different types of sports. My sport was basketball, so we used to be on the basketball team, go all over the place, play ball, and they say it was a lot. The coaches sometimes they give us food. Like if we have a late game, they buy us food. Make sure we get home safe. Call the parents up and everything. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? It was good. It was good. It was a great time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I that's a big thing in South Baton Rouge. Is that the boys, and that's really who we want to focus on. I believe that we need to put more focus on the boys. Uh, sports programs. You know, we are two women, she and I, but just say for example, I had my business open or whatever, then I would make my focus for the boys to galvanize their energy towards something that would build discipline. You know what I'm saying? And also, I like academics. I like academics, and I really want. Um, I know that people have different gifts, and sometimes their gift is athletics, but I really would like to see a homework help program or a
Yeah,
program to, you know what I'm saying, to because the dropout rate is too high.
yeah.
It's too high.
It is, and at the same time, when I was coming up to, I used to have this coach. And we used to have fitness games and stuff. We talk about our history. We talking about things around the world. How do you feel about it? So to be well rounded and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's got to be education with sports and everything. They had people because like he said, it's not all you're gonna make pro. Okay, so
Right.
what you gonna do after that? You gotta have something to fall back on and everything. We gotta do something. So that's what I talk about on my channel at times. So I do talk about that, but but that's what we
Yeah.
got to do, especially the boys. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they take most stuff out for the boys, and so the boys get in trouble and stuff like that. There's no direction and stuff, and then they want to blame this and that. But then some ones in the community they're not fighting hard for the program, so the boys can succeed and stuff like that. I'm talking like that because I seen it because it happened to me. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
I can't go. I can't go certain things. So that's what I'm saying. It's very, very important that that's as you notice. I always talk for our young boys.
Yeah,
I don't forget
definitely,
about little girls. I
definitely.
don't, but I told
Hmm.
little boys because every time anything deals with the boys, that's the first program they cut out.
Yeah, well, we as a people have to put more emphasis on helping our boys succeed. Like like the the pushing of the girls. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they do to girls, but we got to put more emphasis on helping our boys succeed. The name's protagonist said this needs to occur as young of an age as possible, building a self-image that offers purpose and a role wi- within the collective is the building blocks of a culture, is the glue for family and the mortar for community. I would agree with that. And then
Yes.
Trash Can Wave said starts with boys because they grow up to be the leaders that women follow, lock down the boys and the girl. I just believe that we as a community we have to start focusing on how to get our boys uh, uh, galvanize them towards more success, because then once you have that, then you have the building block for the family. I mean, it's all good that your daughter's is got, and I'm not one to tell a woman not to get her education or nothing, but it's all good that they got their PhD, but who you gonna marry?
Oops. But see,
So
yeah, yeah, it's true. No, no, go ahead. I wait.
no, go ahead, I wasn't
No,
gonna
I'm
say
saying
anything.
like this. See, this is the thing. See, this is the problem that especially our people don't want to talk about. I do talk about my child because we do. Because let me say, the community students have been on my panel a few times, so she knows what I'm talking about. We don't have enough women to advocate for our boys, and it seems like when it comes to our boys, it's always a silence. Now, I'm not saying community solutions because she always talk for our boys. I know it because because we talk. It's got to be more women. If you want our boys to succeed, y'all got to speak up, and y'all got to speak up, and y'all got to be genuine because all this fakeness and everything, I'm tired of it, and even men too. I'm tired of it. So that's why I work hard, I go out hard for our boys because they be disfranchised, and that's the conversation we don't like to talk about, especially us as men, because we feel this and that, but they get disfranchised. What you gonna do about it?
Mhm.
Well, you have it said, but I'm saying, well, what you gonna do about it? You gonna keep this person in this neighborhood, or that person in that neighborhood, but you don't understand. I'm talking about the top, and then when you talk about top, you making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I know what I'm talking about. I got people that create curricula for boys. And they tell me it's frustrating because they don't want to put no money. So you know what they do? They put their own money to make it happen, but sometimes it runs out. And
It's
so
not enough.
it's not enough. And see,
Mhm.
and that's what some men, outside of spaces, even inside of spaces, they don't want to talk about. There's women do not want to talk about. It takes money to run a program. It takes money. It takes time. It takes people that cares and understand the powers that be do not want it to happen, but you got to make it happen. And so this is what I'm saying, that we got to talk about. We got to be very very honest with what's going on here. And again, let me say, when young women get education, yeah, I'm with that. Yes,
Mhm.
I'm with that. Let me say that. But at the
Mhm.
same time, our boys is being disfranchised, and they see like some people do not want, and certain ones they do not they don't care. So I care because I know what it's like to
Yeah.
be disfranchised, and I come from a 2 parent household. Even in 2 parent household, you can't come because you can't be in this program because why? Because it's for women, little girls, and all. I mean, but you're doing boy thing. I can't go. What do you mean? I know. And so we got to be very very straight up with it. If you feel you're not being straight up with it, don't be around
Mhm.
me.
Yeah.
Don't.
Let me tell you, when my cousin, who my mom raised as my brother, when his mom died, um, when he was killed,
Oh, can I say
a,
one thing?
huh?
Can I say one thing?
Uh-huh.
Trash Car, she said, teach them how to treat women and show them their worth so they can discover. I understand that too. But also it should be y'all should be show how women treat men. Can I leave that out? I didn't mean to cut
Teach
you off,
teach
Camille.
them how to treat women and show their worth so these women can discover worth in themselves. Took 40 years of wandering for Moses to clean a generation out and raise a uh new generation, I guess maybe what he's saying. Yeah, I understand what he's saying. Teach them how to treat women and show their
Yeah,
worth.
yeah,
So
but I'm
he's saying to show boys their worth is what he's
yeah,
saying.
but yeah, I understand that. But the boys have to understand and show their self worth first.
Yeah, yeah,
Let
and
them
he's
know
saying
their
that
self
it
worth
that
first.
that it starts with men and we the leaders, and I agree with that
I
wholeheartedly.
agree with that, but I'm just saying this though too. Yes, we gotta show boys how to treat women, but at the same time, it gotta be vice. Cause I come from this cloth that women gotta be accountable too, and that there's women of both on my mother's side, my late mother's side, my late father's side has said this. Women have to understand their worth, but they have to understand how to treat a man with respect too. That conversation has to happen. And it seems that that conversation is not happening. And it got to happen. It got to coexist. It cannot just be one exist no more. It's not working.
I know what you're saying, but here's the thing. This is why we got to focus on the boys. We got to start with cuz I looked at what I looked at, you know what I looked at? I'm going to tell you what I looked at. I looked at the fact that this Alpo Martinez, I looked at that generation and where we failed because he was a little older than me, but we're the same generation. I think that's Gen X. I looked at where we failed and how we were set up, and then the family just spiraled out of control to where boys became disposable and they started dying and going to the penitentiary for 25 years to life. And so that's why I say, how do we get in here, pull our sleeves up and dig in to get it to where we can pull them up? You know what I'm saying? Like how because we got to look at it from a standpoint of the nuclear family, but it can't be nuclear if there's no man in the house. But where do we start? Where do we start?
Cause I can't say it start from here, but I'm saying as you as a black woman, you need help. So you fighting, you fight for our boys. It's gotta be some women that's gonna have the same mindset as you, and even men too. So it just for me is I see things. I've been through things, and I'm going by my life experience, and I know I'm not the only one that it seems that when we had conversations like this, it's like sometimes it goes on deaf ears.
Yeah, and we
It
going in
does. It
circles too.
does.
It's like nobody knows what to do.
No, there's someone knows what to do, but they don't want to do it because hey, this boy this and this boy that, and also, I'm gonna get to your name because I gotta read. I like what you said, and also too, as you know, I talk about this too, sis. You know what I'm talking about. When we gonna talk about women molesting little boys? When we gonna talk about that?
We have a whole, you know what? I'm gonna try to create a show on that because I got to talk to Uncle Stu about the domestic abuse of woman on man. That's like a whole thing I didn't know
I
about.
just say good luck on that because they're gonna try. I'm not saying that you're gonna do a good job because it's gonna be some gonna try and change the subject. I've been down that road many
Well,
times.
that's actually going to be the topic of that particular show. I'll do the show with you too on that abuse with, because I've talked to men who have been scarred and they're up in age behind that. So I'm not one to negate when a man is done wrong, a boy
Oh
is
no, I'm
done
not
wrong.
saying you.
Yeah, no, no, no. I'm saying that, I don't feel like, oh, because you ain't woman, oh, well, just suck it up. No, no, I don't do that. I don't
Okay.
do that because a lot of the hurt that you see in the community starts from childhood. So, you know, so that's something that's got to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and let me just
You can rename his brother name as protagonist. You can
yeah, honestly though, it's a need ID to get ID scenario. Rites of passage were there for a reason. All we have are pseudo initiations via the prison industrial complex, the military, and the gangs. They are missing a key ingredient: legitimization within the culture and a mutual altruism to animate it. Human beings are not born knowing roles; they must be taught. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mhm. Yeah.
And this thing, I'm trying to get us away from this doggone gender war because we're not gonna get nothing done until we get off that. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for the gender war. We don't have time.
I think what it is. I feel the word is that we got to pick the right people that's gonna tend to the needs. You know. Now I know we talk about boys that tend needs to be being to be respectable men. You know, and we gotta have mature people, and we gotta have people advocate. And I think that's the key too. We gotta advocate, and then when you advocate, and when you advocate for something, hey, that's what it is. There's something missing, and so when you advocate for something, was I'd say for me, I advocate for a little boy, little black boys. Yes, I do. And I'm not, and I'm not apologize for it, but it makes me, oh, you should, no, no, you don't see. That's when people want to tell you you should advocate. Don't tell me I should advocate. Don't, no, 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 because no, because that actually let me know that you don't care. And so if you're gonna be with it, you be with it. But just to understand, you're gonna get pushback sometimes from your own people too, not just the outsiders.
Yeah, well, you gotta fight.
Gotta fight
That's
like hell.
always been the case for
I've
thousands of
been I've been
years.
at this ever since I'm preteen, so I
Yeah,
know what I'm talking about.
no, I'm saying uh, that's been the case for thousands of years. We got to fight.
Gotta
Everybody who
fight.
has ever tried to do anything has had to fight. And it's unfortunate when you're trying to do the right thing. Um, but yeah, okay, okay, blind guy. Thank you
All
so
right,
much for
thank you,
joining.
thank you, thank you, thank you for some support the conversation. Thank you.
Yeah,
Be safe.
and that's a great channel. Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Make sure you go over there and visit them. They have some very informative videos on everything from finance to family to, just everything you might want to know. So, let's see. He says no alternative. You will have a gender conflict in the modern society, especially in the ADOS tribe.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they can look forward to going back and forth. They're not going to have that family that they're looking for because you gotta come to a conclusion and come to an agreement with each other in order to have that family. It's the only way.
mhm.
It's the only way. So you were saying that there was something else you wanted to bring up, Grinder.
Mm, I know I be in these streets, handling, taking care of my business and talk to people on the phone. There are people is losing jobs like crazy. There are people losing houses like crazy. 401k 401k plan is empty. Retirement plans is empty out. Wherever benefits they have is gone. These are desperate times. And but I know there's gonna be some people ain't gonna like what I say, but I'm gonna say this too, that there are some people say, oh, some people need to help themselves. There are some people, they get a job working from home, It's okay. But everybody's situation is different. And even the ones that is on disability too. You know, we if we gonna talk about certain things, we gotta talk about all. I know people who have have house, and they pass it down a generation and it's gone. I know people that had companies personally is gone, and there's no help. And so now I know some people say we cannot rely on the government. We gotta learn to do for ourselves. What do you mean we gotta learn to do for ourselves, especially us as a people? I mean, humankind. We don't trust each other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We don't trust each other. We don't want to do the right thing. Now there are some doing it, yes, but they need help too. So I would say this: if I was the president, I'm just putting it out there. If I was the president, I would make sure I have emergency stimulus program. I have emergency stimulus happen right now, and then I would have a stimulus continually for a year and a half because the economy ain't what it is. People they could talk that junk on TV if they want. People are hurting out here. Now they gonna see they always put people on that are millionaires that makes money. Okay, yeah, but what about the small businesses in our community? What about those people? They hurting out here. So that's why it's got to be some money stimulate back in, because if they ain't gonna do if they still not gonna do nothing, infrastructure, yeah, building bridges, yeah, it takes money. I agree with that totally. But we need money right now. We need money right now because it's not good. Now people can say, oh, they want to. Oh, I'm making it. Yeah, that's you making it. Well and good. But majority of the people ain't making it. It's still a struggle.
Yeah, most of us are not making it. Most of us are not making it because I'm looking at trying to dilemma is trying to pick up a second job, or how am I going to get this store open? You know what I'm saying? Most of us are not making it. And I work with the unemployment, and I saw people who would get uh
Mhm.
their whole check with this all this fraud. Oh man. Oh man, that job stressed me out so bad. People call you with their kids crying in the background. All they have coming in is the unemployment, and the doggone people done frauded and swiped their money out of the account through, you know, uh uh. And then I mean I would get all kinds of from the highest attorneys to like fast food workers. And
Mhm.
so I have a special, I have a special place in my heart for poor people, because I'm poor people.
Yeah, because
But
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
yeah,
It,
so
mhm.
it was very unfortunate. A lot of that unemployment and all of PPP and stuff, all that stuff went to fraud. A lot of that went to fraud, people doing fraud. So people didn't really get help. So I see exactly where you're coming from.
You
And
know.
and that's another thing too, aspect of my channel. I want to explore us being more proactive with our politicians and the local voting, where you putting in the judges and the council people, the mayors and stuff, people who you're supposed to be able to go to, you know what I'm saying, when you're having a problem.
Yeah, so you got some celebrities. They said, "Oh, you think poor people? That's when you poor. Or you think this and that. Come on now. I told people that what you think about who? Forget about them. You know what I mean? They gonna stick to their bracket. But if they hit them, hit they family. Oh, they want nah. So
Y-
for me, it's just like, hey, I'm a fight. I'm a warrior. You know what I mean? I fight. I fight for the ones that they don't have a voice. You know what I'm saying? I'm them.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, me
So
too. Me
and
too.
so for me,
I'm right with them. I'm right with him. Because the thing about it, somebody made a point. I don't know if it was Yvette Cornell or whoever, but it's like even when you make it, you've got your whole family. It's dependent on you. So you've got to take care of all these people. And that's a lot of times why people go in the entertainment industry and stuff go broke. Like I was thinking with my brother AJ Johnson. I actually met AJ Johnson while I
Okay.
was in LA. How he passed away, and the wife had to ask for, donations and stuff. And I said that he was taking care of a lot of people. You it's just so hard. It's
Uh-huh.
so hard. And you in between gigs, this life can be like a hamster wheel sometimes.
Yeah, so and that's why like one of the people, that's why like, throughout the years I told them on my life, Friendsgiving, thanks for showing up. Very much appreciated. And
Yeah.
that's why throughout the years, I lost a lot of good friends. I mean, not they ain't good friends. Let me tell you, I lost a lot of people I thought they friends. Like my everyday ones, they always there. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
conversation like this, oh, you a loser. I don't know why you going. Okay, well, you. I believe that you do it for people. Now, if people do not want to accept that, that's on them. They gotta live with that. Not true, but I feel like you do whatever you can to help, and there are some people they feel like, oh, I'm just doing a service. You know what I'm saying? And that's a mindset that we got to get out of it too. We helping humans, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's true. That's true. And a lot of the universal whatever you believe in, but what I've learned is that as you give, you receive. Like I like when I give, and sometimes when I give a little too much cuz I have that problem too, but I always have what I need. You know what I'm saying? I might not be rich or just living fancy life, but I have what I need,
yeah,
you know?
right, that's true. And also, you gotta be selective who you give to. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's true. That's true. Cat,
You
and
gotta
I
be
had
very
to I had to
selective.
learn that the
Right.
hard way. Casting
That's
pearls
what
to
I would
swine.
do. Yes.
Mhm. Mhm. I had to learn that too. I had to learn that too. But I think that, you know, when you're helping children, old people and stuff like that, I kind of just uh restricted my giving to that. But there are times when there are people who I know are trying, Grinder. I know these people are trying. They're not bums, okay? It's
Yeah.
just hard.
I
It's
can tell
hard.
you what I did 2 years ago. It was around Thanksgiving. It was around this time. I cooked some food, right?
Mhm.
And usually I take some, I froze it for another rainy day. The case that my last resort, I can go to that. So I had some extra aluminum pans. So I took some out for myself, put it in the refrigerator, and I took the rest around the corner. And there was people was drinking. Now they
Mhm.
were drinking not just to be out there, because I heard a conversation earlier because I went to got some more stuff. But this man, I'm not hearing everything. I want to work and everything, but I'm trying. But and it seems like they drinking, and and I thought about it like, and people, oh, they drunks and everything and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, be careful what you saying now, cause that could be you one day. Be
Yeah.
real careful. So what I did, I put some food of these two aluminum pans. And this one was cooked. I sliced it up, and I had some extra paper plates and some forks and stuff. Also, I got some plastic forks. I said I didn't know, and I brought it to them, and they said, "What you want to do? Just survive. This for y'all. I don't want no money back. I don't want nothing." I said, you're drinking. You gotta have something in your stomach, man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You understand? You gotta have something in your stomach. You want to have something so you,
Yeah.
wherever it is, you can have fun, right? I said, go right ahead. They said, you really? Yes, it's you. It's enough for everybody. Cause I put a lot. I had three. Well, I cooked a lot of food that time. It was enough. They said, you got it? I said, I got enough for me. Don't worry about it. And it was reward. It was great because it wasn't about me. They was happy. They got something in their stomach.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, um, there's you never know what happened to people, Grinder. You never
I
know what
know.
happened to people. I'll tell you the story about a man who would sit on the bus stop bench. We would see him on the as we pass him on the bus in front of the mall, staring into space, day in, day out in the rain, no shoes, his hair don't look like he's bathed in a while. Somebody took the time to find out what happened to him. You come to find out this man was an attorney,
Yeah.
and his brother, uh, I don't know how to say it on YouTube, but he killed the wife and children, and this man just went catatonic. So you never know what
Yeah.
happened to people to make people fall off the edge, you know. So I learned not to judge, and we all have addictions. My addiction of choice is food and sugar. So you know, I mean, I ain't got to go upside nobody's head to do it to get it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, yeah, for me,
you
yeah,
know,
like like as for me, be part of I'm telling certain things on my Underrated Darknexx channel, so it's on there, and but this is my secondary channel, but I know because I was part of special education community, they would actually with this system would actually like knew that quite a few of them come from broken families. So you know what they do? They set up a certain set they set up a certain curriculum. Do you know tell the parent you don't need them. You could give them to us or give them away so they can find a broken home and kind of find out no, kind of find out they've been in worse homes. Remember I talked about this franchise again. I see things happen because they try to do it to my late parents.
what
Let me let me
was trying to do what now? Take
try to
y'all?
convince them to give me away.
Oh no.
Yeah, this was going on. That's what I'm giving. See, this bad. This happened in the '70s. See, this is what I'm telling you. This part of the system, how they were doing it, and then some of them, sometimes, oh, yeah, they did something, and they end up being in jail. That's what it was a pipeline. But the first, yeah, yeah, they trying to convince my parents give me away. At the time, I was a young son. I'm not giving my son away. You stupid, son.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, we can handle it, and that's what it was. It was they was making money.
Mm.
They was actually making money. Everybody was getting paid for the judicial system to law enforcement, education, you name it. And then you got the parents. They got a whole lot of them. So well, I ain't nothing to do. And they come to find out, they made the wrong decision, and all of a sudden, and then it cause a extra, it cause a bigger friction of the child and the parent. I will tell you what happened. It happened to one of the guys I know. Until this day, he hates his mother. Why you gave me away? Why you didn't want me to see my father? I say, yo, you gotta let that go. Nah, I don't like that beat. You gave me away. I could have been with my father. You gave me away. You listen to them. Now he's
Mm.
successful now. He got his own business. He's successful, but he's hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not picking on the
Mhm.
women again. But this is they were doing it back then.
Yeah.
And men was involved with these decisions too. Yes, white men and white women, different nationalities. Yes, they was. I know it. I seen it. They was making money off us,
Yeah. Yeah. They still are.
and they still is right.
Yep, still are.
And they was getting doing little girls too, little black girls too. Yes, they was too. Not as much as boys. I mean, they a little more in boys, but little they do. They got little girls too. Yes. Hmm. So what do you think they doing now? We got technology right now.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Yeah. And I try to talk to young young people and stuff about the severity and the longevity of kids. Like you getting on a treadmill that's not going to stop for 18 plus years. So I mean, you know, um, because they're in situations where the people can come take your kids, and you try to tell them, listen, um, you got to get it together, babe. You got to get it together. Life is hard. If you don't know that life is hard, and then you're bringing in somebody who's relying on you to do everything for them. And
Hmm.
you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't look when your kid is hungry, looking up at you, and you looking down on them, and it's like, well, what we gonna eat, mama? What we gonna eat, daddy? you know?
Right.
So I don't know. It's
And
it
some of
can
them
be
have to work
overwhelming.
2 or 3 jobs. So that means that there's no communication, there's no nourishing to the child, you know. But we don't
Right,
like talk about stuff like that, you know.
right,
Where's the safety net for that?
right. Exactly. Because they need time. They don't just need
Anytime,
money, they
any
need
time
time.
too. But I gotta pay
Mhm.
bills. I live in an apartment. You know, they seven. They everything like every year they going up 1,000. I gotta pay 1,500. Not is then you hope is be on water and utilities included. Most of the time it's not.
Yeah.
So they gotta pay that. They gotta put clothes on your back.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes they want to get so they little saying, all right, so let me take my child and just get something to eat. All right. And it's
Mhm.
probably like fast food. But that's part of the way trying to make time for you and everything. So I'm just saying that the ones that is trying, I can't fault them for that because I'm like what when I was coming up, you know, with my mother, my father, his thing was that let's go to White Castle. My late father was not a lovable person. He wasn't. He was not a nurturing person. He wasn't. You know, here's a man that was born and raised in Georgia. I mean, he came to New York. I think it was like maybe teen and maybe like late early 20s, something like that. I don't know. I forgot, but you know, he was born during the times of depression. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
1920s. He was born 1927. So he came hard, but his way was like, let's go to White Castle or take a ride. That was his thing. He liked that. But that's
Mhm.
why they give to his family. You know, I understood it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'd rather you before everything. Or sometimes, you know, he take me to the restaurant. He know I like cheeseburgers and fries. That was his way. I didn't, I didn't even care about it. I just want to spend time. But stuff like that. So when people complain about, oh, parents ain't there and stuff like that, see, being there, I tell people all the time, I'm talking about the parents, the ones that do whatever they can to keep the family together. I see, get up early in the morning, every day, 5 o'clock, work 2 jobs, and you come home. Both parents doing that.
Mhm.
And understand this too, they when the time is for them to relax among themselves.
Yeah, there is no decompression time, and you have to decompress because working two jobs is just and then you got to come home, and your kids need mama, daddy, so I don't know. It's hard. It's very
It's
hard,
hard.
and
So I'm saying, so you think about it, you talk to people, they actually get burnt out. And then how about if they don't have 2 jobs, but they got a good paying job, but they have to work long hours to keep things going. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, oh, go on a trip. What trip?
yeah.
Well, then you gotta bring the kids. What do you mean? Like, how about sometimes the parents want to go date night. Oh, who can watch the kid? I gotta pay. I gotta pay that person. So
Mhm.
I'm saying that we gotta talk about stuff like that, man. No, but my parents, and
Yeah, I know.
oh man,
Your dad born in during the depression. You can stop right there because I'm already knowing. I mean, I've taken care of people in that age range, and I heard the stories, black and white. One of them be like, we had all we had as children was our mamas had to give us water to put on our stomach. You talking about some hard times, man. We
Yeah,
live like
exactly.
kings.
Water, sugar and water. You
Mm-hmm.
lucky if you get bread.
Yeah, that was a good day. That was a feast that day.
That was a feast. That's like dessert. Come on now. And we're not saying that you black. Black is worse.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Was no
No,
resources was down there at the side. They say, oh, there was no resources.
mm-mm, mm-mm. If you
You look,
had
you
all them
look.
kids there, y'all better get out there in the garden and see what you
That's
can
right.
grow if you want to
You
eat.
lucky, right. You lucky if you lucky you get a Sunday dinner. I'm talking about the full course meal, including a regular cake. I ain't talking about no spit like cake, the chocolate cake. I'm talking about regular cake without frosting. But they was feeding other families. You know, at that time they was feeding other families back there too. Yeah, I mustard and honey sandwiches. Yeah, I used to make I told you I used to make one side of bread. I used to put peanut butter and put some syrup on it. I used to eat that.
Mm-hmm. And that still was good living compared to some people. I mean, peanut butter,
Yeah,
that's protein. Oh, that's like having meat.
you know what I'm saying? You get a sandwich. You get like spice ham and cheese, bologna cheese. You go to the butcher. They slice it up for you or something like that. Sometimes that's what you have with some chips.
Mm-hmm.
What? Just get by. Don't worry about. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes like when I used to play ball and stuff, my parents had no. I said, yo, don't even worry about it. You know, sometimes our friends we used to put our money together. We get heroes. We used to
Hmm.
eat that because sometimes we used to go to certain tournaments. You know, or certain nice neighborhoods. They have good food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They come and eat heroes or something. And sometimes they give us food too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, man, people don't know what they talking about, man. That's
You
why I
know
say,
what? I'm glad you brought that up.
mhm.
When we were at the we did the after school program because she would my friend with the community kids, she would try to have, but mind you, she's pulling that out of her own pocket, which she don't have it. We had kids that would come in there. If they don't go to school, they don't eat. Miss Leslie, can I have another hot dog? Say 3, 4 hot dogs, filling their stomach up. Right now, in 2018, 2019, before the pandemic. And so we're still having this problem.
Yeah. And I could tell you this though too. Back in the days in the '70s in the public schools and stuff, they used to have you fill out some things out to have free breakfast and free lunch because there are some parents don't have enough to feed their kids even get breakfast. So you rely on that breakfast and lunch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
sometimes, like sometimes if you can get seconds, that'd be great. You know what I mean? And that's and that's how it was. And even like summer programming and stuff like that, you rely to get those lunches because sometimes there's some kids don't eat dinner
That
that
was
night.
all they had. Yeah.
That's all they had.
Mm-hmm.
Because the parent trying to make his meat. Listen, once you go full up, and sometimes if it's extra, if they know you, they to get extra lunches put in the bag, take it home.
Yeah.
You know why, y'all? Because it happened to me and my brothers, my sister. I'm talking about me and my brothers, my sisters. I remember it was my grandmother when she was living. She's living like the other side of Brooklyn. Other side of Brooklyn. Sometimes she say, "Yeah, they giving out lunches. They know me." All just say, Miss Bassy. Oh, you Miss Bassy grandson, come and get some lunch. Just like that. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they have the list of NY New York City Housing Authority. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you're on that list or any project within the 5 boroughs, you qualify to get that lunch. I
Mm-hmm.
remember stuff like that. So I took advantage of it too because it used to be a time. I'm gonna be tired.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna have lunch to eat. I don't care. All right, no problem. And that's what it was. That's how it was back then.
Yeah. Well, even today, like I say,
Yeah,
it's
today too.
it's people
Yeah.
today. you know, because a lot of these programs, they're cutting the subsidies or whatever, and you know, people were out of work for 2 years. Um, you know, it's like I say, we got a lot of work to do. Um, but
So yeah,
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 you're
we got.
right. And then even like when they cut the programs out, you got other people say, you don't need the programs. You need to do such stuff. But you know what you're doing. You cutting the programs out to help people so they can go on the next level to live. But look what happened to you.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's people don't think of stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like even like me being single, living in the house, living by myself, it's a struggle for me. Cause every dollar counts. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Well,
when I
we
start,
don't qualify for anything, and I was looking at people laugh, but I was looking at the senior housing. They like you too young. I said, wait, I'm ready to go. I've been on my own since I was 19. Like, let's go. Is it time for me to get into senior housing?
like, and
Yeah.
so now let me read it. My vivid life. She said, "That's what I feel bad when we had these winters and summer breaks because kids won't eat when they will have lunch, breakfast and lunch in school." Yeah, that's the point because they cut it in. They cut out important programs around the country that could save money for the parents.
Yeah.
And then that's the thing that people. That's what I tell some people. You got to know what you're talking about. You want to cut out this and that and everything because the ones they gonna cut out is usually our people, our community. That's
Mhm.
not being racist, not being that. I know that for a fact. They cut
Yeah.
us out and everything, and that's why it's very, very, very important that and then also, like I said, get back to the ones on disability too. They cut back on them too. So they used to have programs to help them out, but they cut programs out there too. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That they used to have like subsidized housing and stuff, but the way it is right now, especially this administration, I don't know what they doing, but now they've been suffering for a long time.
Mhm.
You paying $600 or $700, and
Yeah.
you just getting 1,000, and you kind of squeeze that in and pay your bills. You want to have a little entertainment, or something like cable. So you back on zero again. You might as well say you're back on zero again. But the people doing the right thing. So where's the help for them too?
Yeah. Yeah. And let's not talk about senior citizens because they don't get at least I think in the national program they don't get
No, that's
food
that's
stamps.
what I mean. Senior citizens and the ones on
Mhm.
disability. I'm talking about combining them. I'm talking about them too. Yeah, they don't get nothing.
Mhm. And it's a lot of them that be hungry. That I
Yeah,
was watching a PBS special on that. And these are people who worked. They worked hard. I had a friend who was only like 70 or 71, and she remember picking cotton. Now, how hard is that?
not far at all.
See what I'm saying? So yeah, these are people. They wasn't lazy in life. They worked really hard, and to be hungry is
Right.
not fair.
It's
Yeah,
not fair. Then let's not forget about the ones that I'm talking about the young and old that have mental problems, emotional problems, can't
yeah,
comprehend certain things, and they on that type of disability and stuff. We can't forget about them either. They work, and some of them, and then there even some that work and got hurt not on their fault.
yeah. Yeah, it's
What
sad.
about them too?
It's sad. So what I'm planning to start going into some of these. I did go to the environmental meeting, but I plan to start going to some council meetings to see about these programs, what's going on, what we're voting on, um and how it's going to affect us, and I'll keep y'all updated. And I want to encourage y'all, find out what's going on cuz the local voting is very important. That's your judges, your sheriff, your mayor, your the people who making the your measures, the different they want to raise this tax or that tax, and they putting it here and there, and Those are the things that affecting us every day. Now the president is affecting us too, but more so the local voting. So we want to,
Oh
and
yeah.
also we want to go to these council meetings when we can. I know a lot of us working, hustling every day. We hustling, trying to do a job, Instacart or DoorDash or something to get some money going. Because people are a year behind. A year or two
Yeah.
behind. So, but if we can get in and just see where the funds are going, um, and we gotta just look out for the kids. We gotta look out for the kids. It's bad. I couldn't imagine being young now and living through something like this. You know, and the senior citizens who can no longer get out and they can't get out and grind like us. They're either too old or disabled or combination of all. But yeah, so we want to work on it. And any other thoughts you want to add on, Grinder?
Or I could say that wherever there's something, find something to do it, just do it in the community. Even like if you talk to people, you doing something. Don't have these people to you need to do so. No, do within your right that you can do, and just be safe doing it. Don't put yourself out there. Mm-mm. I do whatever I can, and you are helping. When you take walks and or you go to the store for somebody, or even can be careful of that too. But when you talk, you'd be surprised how much of that will help them a lot. And excuse me, and they remember that. There's people come to me and say, "You remember you talk about it?" I don't remember, but tell us, "Oh yeah, I did talk about it." You'd be surprised because
Yeah.
everybody hurting out here. You know what I mean? Just don't start listening to people. Find things out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that. I learned that when I got older. Find things out for yourself. Because, you know what I mean? 'Cause people gonna be people, and I always tell people, look, this from the outside. You can
Right.
say this person that, but any of your family member is in that situation. You want somebody to help your family, and I would say you better understand that. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Yeah. So I dropped the link in the chat if anybody's interested in coming up and talking, chit chatting. We're just the topic is we're talking about community problems and solutions, and just trying to figure out what we can do as a collective or as individual. Like he said, little things, even just looking out for your little elderly neighbor, or you know, people, just getting to know people on your street, on your block, to so y'all could look out for each other. So those are things that I remember growing up. We did, you know. Um, it was much more of a tight knit community. It's so different now. Things are so different. Um, but yeah. So let's see if anybody wants to join. So yeah. Other than that, what else you got planned for the rest of your day, Grinder?
Well, I supposed to do an MMA show on this channel at 7:05. I gotta call the brothers here. We still on for that.
Okay.
So that's 7:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's MMA underrated talk. I forgot what number it is. I think it's 26, 27, something like that.
How
So
do I drop the link to your channel, or do I need to put it in the description of this show?
you gotta go to YouTube. You gotta hit the three dots, and you gotta make me as a mod.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I'll put it in the description so people can come and visit your channel as well.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you go hit that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little handicap over here with I had to watch some videos on StreamYard again to reacquaint myself with it. Um, to do this show. So I said, "Oh Lord, I
Yeah,
need to get
yeah, but
get back
so
on my
you, yeah,
grind."
all you need to do, right, is go, like, if you could go, What are you working just from your computer?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm working from the laptop.
See, if you have a phone, right? Only to
Mhm.
do don't go to your phone. You go to your phone, just go to your channel, not StreamYards, and you can operate from there too. You know what I'm saying? In the near
Mhm.
future,
Okay. Okay.
that's when you take it, make people mods and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, see, you know a lot more. You got your
I
channel
just
up.
know just enough, but that's what I
Yeah,
do.
but you got your channel up a pretty good. The Underrated Darkness, you got that channel up pretty good to a
Yeah, that's
pretty
what I'm
good
saying. That's what like when people
subscriber
say
count.
make me a mod and stuff like that. I said so. So say what I like when I do my show
Mhm.
right here on StreamYard. That's on my laptop.
Okay.
Right, that's StreamYard. On my phone, that's YouTube. That's how I mod. Somebody showed me how to do that a while back, and that's good enough for me. So in case like for instance, if you come in, right, as you show up at StreamYard, also you show up at YouTube, and then like okay, that's how I made your mod. You came one day, I said, oh, there she go. That's why I tell you type in because I have my phone. It's on YouTube. I had it on YouTube. Make your mind.
Mhm.
Boom. I said that's where I type things. Oh, that's how you do it. But there are some people like they make another window, and then what they do they mute the YouTube. And
Mhm.
so what happened was they go back and they do their own thing too. Some people. So you can do that too. But
Okay. Well, I certainly appreciate you coming to chit chat with me today, and we will coordinate those shows that you wanted some topics on because those that's another theme of my channel is to do those topics that affect the community, and I certainly want both male and female, women and men voices
yeah.
to be heard on my channel. Um I'm not gender war. I don't do that. So I appreciate everybody, each and every person who came here to support, and I really do appreciate you. Um and I will be more diligent about putting more videos up. I had let my channel kind of sit dormant for a while, and I need to get back on my grind and get some things going here. So I am going to bid you adieu, sir,
Uh huh.
and you and I will be chit chatting. When you want to do that thing on your channel, and then if you want to coordinate with me to do it on my channel, we'll get
Okay.
together some Q&A to see what's going on. YouTube have so many rules now. I have to read through. There's things you
Yeah.
can't say, and I just gotta, people are going to like Discord and other places. I don't know anything about these other places. Um, YouTube is free, and so I try to get what I can out over here because I know people are, they can. It's a free is affordable, So anyway, Grinder. So I am so happy that you came, and I
My
appreciate
pleasure.
you taking your time. And you're gonna show me at the end once I posted this broadcast how to add your channel to
Yeah,
the comment section. So
soon as soon as it's finished upload, right?
uh-huh.
I'll show you.
Okay, great. All right. Well, YouTube family, I appreciate you. And as usual, um, I wish you prosper and be in good health.
Yep, yep, yep. Thank you.
Okay.